And welcome back. Another day, another read. And let's get straight to the reading. First things first, there's been a lot of battling, having to defend your ground, a lot of turmoil. This could be having to do like externally or even internally. It doesn't have to be one way or the other. And it's just like you're already at this point in your life where it's like you're just tired of this whole constant battling it out, having to be in constant fights or in conflict. Like you have a strong desire to reconcile, to mend things, to reconnect again, like because you don't want to be at odds. And I'm seeing that like there is like this urge of like wanting to have like this forward movement, but at the same time you don't want to do it out of recklessness or impulsivity. And I could tell like it's been a hard time like seeing positive things for quite some time because of this conflict. But what Spirit's like letting you know right now is just like you're healing, like you're in this healing like stage in your life. The only reason why you're having a hard time like seeing the brighter things of like the situation is because you're healing. And this stuff is resurfacing because Spirit's like wanting you to like address this stuff, or I'm so sorry, let this stuff be released. Yeah, I'm like literally fighting myself with the perfectionism, so like please like don't come for me. I'm so human. It's been like 2 or 3 days that I've been out of it. So there's that. So back to the reading. Definitely you're in this healing stage. Like there's just a lot of renewal going on for you. Like, and that's why like this is just being like showing up to you. And there's a big emphasis here that boundaries and clear communication is going to play a big role here. Like you are being told that it's time to set the strong boundaries, be cutthroat, fuck it when it comes to the feelings. Like be very logical here. You're needing to stand your ground. We got the Queen of Swords up here. And as well, like you're unbinding yourself from like all the illusions, the lies, the manipulations, even the mental fog or anything that was keeping you in confusion. Like all of that stuff is finally dropping. It's dropping and it's being revealed to you clear as day. Like whatever was being done in the dark is no longer there at all. Like Spirit is giving you the gift of discernment and to see things for what they are clearly. And a lot having to do with like you were seeing the truth of the matter when it came to authority figures, mentors, even like traditional values that you were made to follow. And there is a strong desire where you just want to drop your walls. Like you are tired of defending your ground. You are tired of this like battle, having to duke it out with, yourself internally or even with the people outside of you. Like you're sick and tired of it. You just want to feel at peace. And you just want to drop those walls down. Like you're tired of having those walls because you deeply within your own self, like you want to be connected with people around you. But you can't do that when you have those walls up there. And this desire is still there, so allow that desire to happen. Spirit's also showing me with the moon in reverse, like there's just a lot of revelations and illusions that are being shown. They're all resurfacing up, and it's being shown very crispy clear. I'm also seeing a little bit having to do with like a maternal figure or a mother figure, or a lot having to do with shadow that has not been addressed within. But it's all in terms of like you learning how to be patient with yourself when it comes to addressing this stuff. We got strength up, right? It's in those moments when you're at your lowest or quote unquote weakest parts or vulnerable aspects of yourself where that's where your strength is shown. Like how are you treating yourself? How are you addressing this stuff? Like it's how are you acting when nobody's watching? Type deal. Like it gets down to that line. Like how are you treating yourself when you're facing all of this stuff, when you're being tested, challenged, revealed all like these harsh truths, these revelations, or when you're seeing like people for what they are. Like how are you gonna let that impact you, and how are you gonna handle that? Like it's your attitude and the mindset that you carry. And a lot of it having to do with like you're just gonna have to be gentle with yourself. You're just human. You're just learning these lessons, so allow yourself to learn, but be very careful with it. Like, this nice, gentle manner really is going to help teach you. Like, gentleness is another way of strength. No forcing things. Forcing it is not strength. Letting you know. Don't use control here. And it's a lot having to do because like there's a lot of power and transformation happening here, especially when it comes to your solar plexus. And it's because Spirit is wanting you to like show you like the reason why all of this happened, the reason why all these revelations are being presented to you, so you can see like the higher reason, the higher calling, the higher perspective as to why things happened the way that they did, and as well like as to why you need to experience it in the first place, even if it was good or bad or whatever it was, like in the middle, in between. Like it was good some days and it was bad some days, but there was like a higher purpose and a higher calling for this lesson. I'm also seeing a lot having to do with like, you know, when it came to your home life, your roots, your stability and your finances. So you were going through the hardships, you were having like, you know, these pitfalls, this instability, and it's a lot having to do with like, you know, you were being taught about like the equal give and take when it comes to partnerships and with what you give out to the world. Clear as day. Like this is just being revealed to you. And it's just like you're needing to learn how to balance things out. And that is okay if like, because whatever wrongdoing that was done to you is going to be called out. We got judgment, all right? Anything that needs to be called out and addressed by the divine is going to be shown and presented and revealed. And it's in the matter of the fact that all of this is having to do with divine timing. So you don't have to force none of this stuff. All of this stuff is slowly showing itself in divine timing. So don't force it. Don't go seeking for it. Spirit is like literally showing you at the right time, at the right place, the truths and the realities of certain circumstances and situations that you were being faced with. Or, as people like to say, the cards that you were being dealt with. I'm also seeing a lot having to do with, like, there's, like, this new beginning that's coming in here. So, all of this stuff is so that way you can heal from it. So that way you can start this new beginning. Like, you're completely releasing this pain and this suffering that you've been going through for quite some time. Especially when it comes to, like, finally coming to terms with, like, the illusions and deceptions that you had to deal with for quite some time. So, let's go straight to the next card. Next card would be daydreaming. So there has been a heavy emphasis on you thinking about the future, you wanting something better for yourself. You've just been up in the clouds. Just, you know, sitting down with yourself and really thinking to yourself, like, what do I really want to desire? What do I really want for myself? How is this going to benefit me? Does this align with my values? Like, what is it that I truly want for me? What is actually going to make me happy? Let's see. Because there's this big emphasis that you're just starting over. And like I said, like you have this new beginning that's coming in with this judgment. Like there's just a new start. Yep. Yep. Especially because like when it came to your home life, there was a lot having to figure out with like what emotionally makes you feel good. How do you want your like home life to feel like, and to also like, you know, emotionally fulfill you? Because that really is like a lot having to play at here. And there's like this huge like start over when it comes to your home life and your family. And it's a lot having to do with like the divine masculine. Like there was like a divine masculine here, like influence here that was influencing you and making you feel and believe that, you know, these burdens were yours to carry, but it was actually theirs to carry. It was never yours. It was never yours to carry. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. And, you know, in the last reading that I did on my TikTok, I was literally told it was never your fault. And let me repeat this again. It was not your fault. It was never your fault. Okay? Regardless of how they raised you, how they treated you, it was not your fault. It was not your fault. As much as you want to blame yourself and tell yourself like this story that it was my fault, no, it was not your fault. So please allow yourself to heal, release, and allow yourself to get yourself into this period in your life of this new beginning so you can start over. So that way you can start from a fresh start and recognize what not to repeat. Because there is a big emphasis here, like do not repeat the same old cycles here. All this stuff got presented for you so that way you can address it and create tangible boundaries so that way you're not repeating the same old cycles that you used to in the past. I'm here having to like pace myself when it comes to the reading, so bear with me. I just got back. Yep. I'm also seeing a heavy emphasis, like also nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, especially when it comes to like your physical appearance, your mannerism, your approach of life. Like, as long as you're taking care of it and attending to it, it's going to flourish. You just have to be very intentional with it, because we got the Empress here. Creation flows through you, receive and nurture. So like, being that open and receiving like energy to like, get any information, or just, accept the universe gifts. Like, in short story, just allow yourself to receive. Don't show any resistance. Just be open to it. As well, even if there's like this receiving energy, learn how to also give as well. Like, it's just an equal give and take, as this card shows. But just know that whenever you're tapped into your divine feminine energy, like, really take that into full consideration when it comes to your body appearance, how you want to, like, approach life, especially in your mannerisms, even in your home life, because it's a lot having to like address the home life, especially when it comes to like what makes you emotionally secure, fulfilled, safe. It's a lot having to do with nurturing yourself, because we got 4th house placements and Cancer energy. So it's a lot about nurturing the comforts and being very in tune and sensitive, but not ever feeling like ashamed of it either. It's very motherly. And it's this part of you that needs to like mother and nurture that aspect of yourself, because you are also worthy of that. Even if you felt like you got deprived or whatever this case was, like, that doesn't make you any less worthy of receiving it now. Yeah. And I feel like I'm going to end this reading with that. Now, if the reading resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, leave it out the window. Do not force it. But honestly, it's just a lot having to do with self-care and just, coming to terms with whatever the divine is like showing you about these revelations, these truths, the things that were done like